Distributech 2023, one of the sponsors of these interviews, and these are interviews with thought leaders from around North America and the globe. Our sponsors are H2Scan. H2Scan is the leading sensor manufacturer for hydrogen sensing in a lot of different applications, in transformers, in battery room safety, in processes and safety, in industrial, and in the future hydrogen economy. So I want to thank our sponsors, and I want to thank all of our guests, and I hope you enjoy this interview. My next guest is Mike Groves. He is with Crosslink Technology. Crosslink is a sponsor and the partner of ours for a number of years. So Mike, thank you for joining us. I appreciate it very much.
Thank you, Alan. Yeah, thanks for having me.
My first question is, why did you choose this industry? How did you get in the power industry at all?
Well, I've been in it now for probably the better part of 15 years. I mean,
how many years?
Probably over 15 years now.
15, okay. I thought you said 50. I was going, you can't, what did you start when you were 2?
I'm looking good for my age, right? So, I mean, the number one thing for me was, I mean, it's an incredible industry to be around. I mean, it's something we're seeing every day, we use every day. It's a robust industry, challenging. So, I mean, it's something that is so important to all of us that it's just been an industry that once I was introduced to it, then I haven't even thought about veering away from. It's been very exciting from a professional standpoint.
How long have you been with Crosslink?
Been over 8 years now with Crosslink, yes.
Okay. And tell me, how does Crosslink serve the industry?
Well, we like to say we're a quiet and strong supporter of the industry. So we'll be dealing with, we have customers that are in the power gen space around the world, predominantly in North America and Latin America as well. So what we try to do quietly in the background is support them by being the best partner we can be to them.
Okay. But you got to do something to be the best partner. What does that do?
So what we do is we manufacture transformer bushings, cast parts. We make resins and polyurethanes. So what we're always trying to do is we're trying to make the best products we can. We're trying to have the best lead times we can. I mean, the market's very challenging right now in terms of lead times. So supporting our customers that have the challenges on their side that we do, is that's what we're focused on a daily basis. And as part of that manufacturing process, we're always trying to constantly educate our colleagues, our workers, invest in equipment, so we can always, a continual state of improvement is what we're always trying to achieve.
You make some pretty incredible rosin impregnated bushings, by the way.
Thank you very much.
You're being very humble about that.
Thank you.
But,
well, we're from Canada. Right? Canadians are always saying, I'm sorry, we're humble.
Hockey and sorry, yeah, that goes together. But Crosslink is unique in the fact that you do make a high quality product. I love one of the things you do, I think, is you make some specialty products that are that the industry can't provide. So some of your replacement parts and things like that. So I'm doing a commercial for you, but anyway, love your product, love your company.
Thank you very much. That's incredible homework, and it's funny. So I've been 8 years with the company. The company has been around for well over 40 years now. So, and we have some people that have been at the company 20, 30 years as well. So I sort of say, I'm standing on the shoulders of other people and calling myself tall. So they've done a lot, the company's done a lot of work building relationships that I'm almost more of a steward of in some cases. We're bringing in new customers and driving new business and things like that. But we've got partnerships that we've built over the years, and that is due to some of the product we make. But some of the specialty items that you mentioned is we may have somebody come to us with a part and there's no drawing for it.
Yeah, right.
And it's kind of maybe miscolored and chipped, and just, we'll get a picture of it and they'll say, and what we'll do is with our engineering team, we'll look at that. We can reverse engineer that, create drawings from it, and remake a part that will help in the transformer repair or as a repair item.
I know that is amazing, because I know If I ran the company, nobody would get that kind of service. It's like, are you kidding? One off, or that's $1 million, right?
Well,
But
it's
you
funny.
guys do a great job.
One of our directors, that's the owner, will look at the drawing and he'll, I remember this back from 30 years ago, so I have to make sure we get it solved for him.
That's excellent. I want to step away from Crosslink. I want to look at the industry as a whole. You're out there in the marketplace, so you see a lot. What do you think some of the biggest current challenges are that your customers, which is both OEM manufacturers of transformers and the utility industry, are facing?
Yes, correct. Both of those. Well, I mean, from our side, what we're seeing is, I mean, the demand for some of the equipment that's coming out of this industry is high. Some of our customers are faced with, I think, extreme challenge in terms of the lead times they're facing, time to market, products getting out into the field. So that is always a challenge for us to be able to support that. Obviously, you've probably heard a lot of it today. We've also, still working through supply chain challenges and making sure on our side that we've got the material in-house or on hand with our partners to support what our end users are looking for in these sort of challenging times.
Last year at IEEE PES, we did some interviews and I asked that question. Number one problem everybody had was supply chain issues. Today, the number one problem has been demand curve issues. Now we have supply chain issues and demand curve issues because particularly in North America, the demand for transformers has just begun to sky. I mean, it's almost like this, hockey stick, right?
Yes.
Canada, you'd know that.
Yes.
It's going to take a long time for us to work through those things, right? So when you look at the current installed base out there, how do you think your customers, and now I'm talking about utilities because they're your end customers.
Yes, they are.
How are they managing it and how can you help them? How can Crosslink help them manage their installed base while they wait the 3 years for their new transformer?
Yes.
You guys work the problem with the supply chain of the transformer manufacturer, right? No, you got your bushings there, right?
We did get our bushings there, and I can tell you how we did that and what we're trying to do on our side. But again, I think it does, like I'm probably going to kill you with the word today, but it's partnerships. Like we're trying to be a partner to our customers and to the end user. We're trying to give them what they need. On our supply chain side, we're trying to do the same thing with our suppliers and partner up with them, make longer commitments to them, give them better forecasts, make heavier investments in raw materials than we've ever done before to have them ready to go in, so we can manufacture them and keep our lead times compressed to support our end users. So that's some of the stuff we're doing on our supply side. And really, again, it's partnerships, it's communication. We're kind of stealing from our playbook with our customers and using that with our suppliers as well. And on the customer side of it, what we're trying to do is understand what their needs are. And again, if we have to have finished parts, build up those stocks to support them, that's what we're doing. And in the meantime, if we can help on the repair side, as maybe other people are waiting to get their equipment, we also have that side of the business where we can support them, along those lines too.
We have heard over and over from last year and from this year, labor problems. It's harder to get unskilled, us tradespeople, skilled tradespeople, and engineers. Are you all suffering from the same problems?
We are. So yes, we are actively trying to recruit. So am I allowed to do that in this interview? No.
Do whatever you want, Mike.
I'm kidding. So two things. We've got great people that have been with the company for a long time. So we're focused on training them, keeping them happy, retaining them as we build our business, and at the same time bring in new people that are a culture fit for us, that come in with skills that we need. So it is a challenge. We have been lucky enough to hire some new engineers in the last year, more people, skilled labor in the back, as well as bringing in equipment. So, but it's still a daily fight to get the right people into the company.
Last series of questions, because I never ask a last question, but the last series, what technology changes are you all going through? And that could be in the rosins themselves or in research that you're doing that is advancing the cause of the first of all, the reliability, obviously safety, reliability, resilience, and sustainability of transformers.
Yes, yes. Well, I mean, our engineers are constantly educating themselves on what the latest trends in the market are. And if that is changing the resins or making any adjustments, if it's new equipment that will help create a better product faster, those are things that they're bringing back from their learnings and sharing that with our research department. And those two groups together is kind of what forms our R&D push, and those all people coming together is kind of what's forming the progress on that items.
So technology on just rosins in general, and technology on how do we make transformers better? Transformers have been made for the same way for 100 years, right? But the components of because I used to say the failure source of a transformer is going to be the paper, right? Right. Yeah. But it won't be the first source of failure you'll see. It'll be the bushings. Right. It'll be in the flanges, or it'll be in the bushings themselves. And so it kind of was one of the weak links of transformers. You all, with your technology, I know is a unique technology. How does that impact taking it from a weak link to a stronger link, so that the bushing is no longer the weakest link?
Right, right. I mean, again, bushing's been made similar ways for a long time, so we're always trying to refine that, whether it's from setting up new jigs to create better welding techniques, to the tooling we use to be able to speed up the output of the turnover of the molds. These are all things we're trying to do, become more efficient and still maintain the high quality of the products we have had for the last 40 years.
Excellent. Continuous improvement, I know that. I know you're CEO. R&D, always staying ahead of the game, and customer-centric. You do that both for your OEMs, and then you do that for the industry as a whole. So congratulations to what you're doing at Crosslink. Thank you very much for joining us,
Alan,
Mike.
Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
This has been an APC Technologies production, and we thank you for joining us. Our sponsors have been H2Scan and Distributech. And of course, the communities of APC Technologies, which is Transform Technology, Power Systems Technology, Green Energy Technology, and Women in Power Systems. So thank you.